Scorpio, welcome to 12th House Tarot Reading. My name is Mouse. I am your host. This is a general reading for the sign of Scorpio for the week of January 20th to the 26th, 2025. How are you, friends? You good? You holding up? What's new by you, Scorpio? For those that are returning, thank you. Thank you for subscribing if you subscribe. If you are new here, we do past, present, and future reading with clarifiers for each. If I need other cards beyond the 13 that we look at, I will pull other cards. So sit back, relax, enjoy the show. Jeez. I don't know how I can put up with me sometimes, Scorpio, so don't worry about it. You know? I want to welcome you wherever you are in the world, showing up. There's no boundaries with the internet, right? Pardon me. Past position, Magician. Snap, snap, kids. Let's go. Alakazam, Alakazam. Present position, Four of Wands. And then the Six of Swords in the future position. Let's see if we can bring these a little closer and down. A little closer and down. Boy. And, oh, hello. Where am I going? Over here. Great. Fantastic. So what we're looking at, kids, is the magician. I mean, no offense. According to the algorithm or the analogs, the analytics, people watching this are 35 and over. But anyway, welcome. Here's the deal. The magician is a magician. It seems very it's late. It's obvious to me. The magician is about alchemizing, about creating, about having the skill set to utilize any of the four elements here, the cups, the pentacles, the wands, the sword, whatever, as above, so below. It's the only, the second card of the deck that has the infinity symbol above its head. The other is the strength card. In the present position, we go to the Four of Wands, which tells me that something has come to completion, something has been committed to, something has been agreed upon. Don't know what that is, only you can tell me, and then we'll go get our fun little filler cards and see how this story might unfold. The Six of Swords here in the front, or in the future position, is going on to calmer shores. So there's a change happening. But when isn't there, right? Change is the only constant. We're going to get cards to clarify the magician. We pull right from the top of the deck. And right off the bat, we got the moon. So that tells me, I'm wondering, are you doing some magic with the moon, Scorpio? We just had a full moon last week on the 13th. We have a new moon coming up on the 29th. So the other thing about the moon is that means there are slow changes coming. Whatever it was that you are manifesting, it's a slow change. So maybe by the time we get here in this present week, because this is in the past position, maybe by the time we get to the present week, that's already come to fruition. It is energy, it is fluid, so you might feel a little bit of this on the 20th, 21st, right? The Page of Swords. Now, the thing about the Page of Swords for me is that the character is defensive. They are looking back like, did you just say something to me? Are you talking about me? I will chop with this sword. I will swing it hard. So there's an energy of watch your back moment here. And I guess depending on where you are in your personal evolution and the people you hang out with, right? This card may or may not resonate with you. And that's okay. This could also maybe be things about the past coming up. Old thought patterns, old people coming out of the woodwork. Just things about like whatever's behind you kind of thing. Whatever you've evolved out of. This could even be old thought patterns. You know, as I sit with this card even more right now, right? It could be a number of things that you have to watch out for. Our seven, this is what we have to watch out for, is this Seven of Pentacles. Although the character is in the garden with the pentacles and he's growing these pentacles, he's also being a little distracted by the shiny stuff. And he's not actually working. So I want to make sure that there's a time for rest for sure. There's times for rest and there's time for work, time for play. And if you're going to the garden to do the gardening, go do the gardening. That's all I got to say. Let's see what this Four of Wands has with us. We've got the Knight of Wands with that. We've got the Three of Wands. That's a lot of fire, Scorpio. And then we have the Ace of Swords. So that's some air coming through. And that's a new beginning as well. This is a new beginning. And then we're going into this Ace of Swords to the Six of Swords. Seems curious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. So from creating whatever we're creating and going forward with this Four of Wands, this completed project, this guy's like high talented. This one here, the Three of Wands, is like deciding what ship to go on next. I wish these cards were a little bit reversed, just to say I'm making the decision and now I'm going. We might be putting literally the cart before the horse here. So that would be my caveat for you for this week, Scorpio, is don't put the cart before the horse. You might get a little more excited about a project or an idea. We don't want to be moving if we don't know what we're going into. Now, for some of you, if you are physically moving, maybe you're moving countries, towns, cities, states, whatever, but you're moving. Here's a thought. If you don't need to bring your items with you, sell them and don't bring them. If you have, and I'm speaking from experience, so hear my tale and be warned. If there are things that are precious to you, leave them with a trusted friend, or go ahead and get that storage unit and just rent a storage unit for 6 months and see how it goes. But keep your things in store. You don't have to bring everything with you. Please don't bring everything with you, particularly if we're not 100% sure yet. All right? You can leave all the family photos, all the keepsakes, all your favorite things at a trusted, safe space under lock and key while you go and explore the options and opportunities. You don't need to bring it all with you. All right, but there is a new beginning happening. There are ships coming in. There is something arriving and you making a decision and moving forward with this. This ace is the intellect. The sword is the intellect. It's the mind. You are definitely moving forward, but this is, you're thinking it through here. There are thoughts being had. So it just feels like it just could be a little bit a little chaotic this week in the thoughts and the feels and the wanting to move, but holding your horses kind of thing. But we are moving forward with that Six of Swords. We got some groundedness with the Queen of Pentacles. We have the little sourpuss of the Four of Cups. And we have the Judgment. So a rebirth. So maybe this is interesting. I feel like this Four of Cups is talking about what I just talked about in regards to don't bring all your things with you. But I also want to point out this Four of Cups is the only card that's not an ace card that has the hand coming out of a cloud. So this ace up here, the swords, has the ace coming out of the cloud. The ace has the hand coming out of the cloud, and this card does too. That we are always provided for. So sulk not, be in gratitude, and allow this to keep being, your wishes to keep being granted and fulfilled. But there is a groundedness that's occurring here. And maybe that's just it. Maybe you're going back to something. Maybe the change is although I said watch your back. So this is interesting that came up like that. But maybe we're going somewhere that has us feeling grounded and rooted. into something like where we're not rooted but grounded, you know, like, oh, I could breathe. I've got a friend of mine, and every time she goes out to Colorado, she feels like she can breathe better. I'm like, well, then why are you living in Chicago? And, you know, whatever, like things like that. So if there's a place where you feel that you're yourself, you're your most authentic self, you can breathe better, you can think, you feel clearer. I mean, it could all do with your birth chart too, because the planetary lines cross over the continents, and there are places on the continents, and I'm in the US, so there's places that would, you know, go over North America or South America, wherever you are, in Asia, Europe, Africa, let me name them all if I can, Australia, where there's, you know, your moon line goes here, or your Jupiter line goes here, and you'll be successful, or this line goes here, and it's just a bunch of hogwash. Like, that might be a thing to check out. Let me see real quick if I have this, if I could pull this up real quick on my page as I am talking to you. There is, or I have a connection, a woman who does birth charts, and Pam is her name. Her last name, so the first name is Pam, P-A-M. The last name is spelled PLEVIAK.com. She does wonderful, wonderful birth charts, and can do the placement chart as well. And that will help you decide, or help like give you information where on the planet you would be most successful, where you might be most happy, where might be the most challenging, where not to go unless you're ready to have a complete, utter, soul wrenching experience. So just think about that. Oh, I wanted to flip another card. I usually just flip the deck, but now I'm curious. The Sun. Stop yourself. Get out of town. Get out of here. And on the bottom is the King of Wands. That's what we were going to look at. But the Sun apparently wanted to come out, my friends. That just tells me that everything's copacetic. Everything's going to be good for you, Scorpio. I would worry not. Worry not, my friends. This Knight of Wands is about your entrepreneurship. I think that there's definitely some magic that can happen for you. Again, just don't put the cart before the horse. Think it through. Know that this future part is fluid. It's not predicting the future. It's an energy in the cards that could be. But I think you're taken care of. Lean in on this. King of Wands could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So lean in on one of those people if you have them in your life, to just like maybe bounce ideas off of, and just to get the clarity that you need. But that's where we're at. Scorpio, I'm looking forward to hearing what you got to say about this. Be good to yourself, and I will see you next week. Take care.